All right, welcome to today's yoga. So if you have a block and a strap or a ring or something like that, go ahead and have that near you. We're going to start today in tabletop position. Extend your right leg and just push back in towards your toes. We're warming up through the foot, through the Achilles heel, and through the calf muscle. Stay here and just breathe into this. Push all that weight back in towards your right foot, and that left leg can just float a little bit off the ground with a comfortable gaze forward or just straight down. And while you're here, you can just move side to side and feel into any tension or stay wherever you're at. Just take a few breaths into it. And we're going to, in a few breaths, we're going to push it back into a down dog. Good. Keep pushing all that way back there. Just about 2 more deep breaths. And now push it all the way back into a down dog and start walking your dog, walk it out. So that right foot should feel a little bit more stretched out than the left side. Don't worry, we're going to do the left side in a minute. Tuck that chin into your chest, open up through the shoulders, straighten out through the back. And maybe feel a little bit different between the right and the left, because we've already stretched a little bit more on the right. Just feel into it. Try to shift your hips even a little bit more. Bend those knees, point the knee to the other end of the room. Really walk it out. Just take your time. Start loosening up through the body. And then we're going to lower back down onto our knees. This time, right knee stays put, left leg extends out. And we're stretching out through the Achilles heel, into the calf, into the foot, the arc of the foot. That right knee can even float off of the ground, so you can put even more weight onto that left side. Stay here, just breathe into it. We're going to stay wherever you naturally go for a few breaths, and then we're going to move it around a little bit side to side. Good, and when you're ready, you can take a few movements side to side. Just shift right to left. Feel through any resistance. If you're feeling any tension, feel free to stay in and breathe into it. Two more deep breaths, and we're going to take it back into our down dog. And when you're ready, shift all that weight back into the down dog and just start walking your dog. Same as before, with that chin tucked into your chest, shoulders nice and open, back straight. Let the knees move side to side, let the hips move. Really just try to work through this. Breathing. Good, about 2 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, lower both knees down, start rounding and arcing. Move through the cat-cow, make little movements along the way that feel good. Undulating through the spine. Maybe you're feeling tension that you hadn't noticed before. If you feel anything that's a little bit more tense, then try to just stay into it and breathe a few deep breaths. I want you to think about like a butterfly coming out of its cocoon, where it's necessary to have a little bit of movement, a little bit of struggle to really break through that cocoon. So think about that spine lengthening, creating space through the spine. It's necessary to have a little bit of movement to really create that space to lengthen And let your body just naturally tell you what it wants. Listen, move through it. Good, take about 2 more, rounding and arcing. And then we're gonna find a flat tabletop back, nice and flat, just like a table. Extend your right arm, left leg. Stay here a moment, just gaze forward, keep your shoulder open, and then move around the wrist and the ankle while trying to maintain that flat back, long limbs. We're gonna move one way, the other way, and then we're gonna take a bind. Good, keep moving. When you're ready, reverse the direction of your ankle and wrist rotation. Try to keep your limbs long. And when you're ready, see if you can catch that foot behind you. If you need to, you could use your ring or your strap to help you. And just start with kind of like a limp leg. And then when you're ready, bring that leg up. Balance. You should feel hip and shoulder stretch here. We're going to take 5 deep breaths. Then we're going to take this leg over to the opposite side and take another stretch. So keep lifting this leg up high. Good, one more deep breath. On the exhalation, keep your leg up. Release your hand under your shoulder. Take this leg, cross it over to the right side. So left leg, right side. Make sure you're doing the opposite side. Your legs are crossed behind you. Now we're gonna start pushing our body weight back. Legs are crossed, and it's like a cross-legged child's pose. Breathe through it. Feel the stretch. Good, 2 more deep breaths. All right, now keep your hips where they are. Start walking your hands up where our legs are still stacked. We're gonna rock our hips back. Our legs are crossed, and we're gonna hug our legs in to the opposite side. So our legs are crossed. We're taking our arms and hugging them to the opposite side. If you want to here, hold on to those ankles, roll onto your back, and hug them in while you're on your back. I think it's a little bit easier to do it like that. So come onto your back or stay in that seated position. Legs are crossed, and we're just hugging our legs in. Flex your feet. You should start feeling stretch in the IT band. Try to just breathe into this, surrender into any resistance. It's the same type of feeling you might get when you're in your pigeon pose. Keep those feet flexed. Use your arm muscles to hug in. Keep hugging deeply. 2 more deep breaths. Now we're going to take both legs over to the left side. If you need to put a block under your knees, if they're not touching the ground, go ahead and put a block under there. Let your arms come out into a T position. Look to your right, your legs are to the left. Stay here, breathe. If you wanted to, you could bind here and take this bottom foot and your top leg, or just stay in that comfortable position. So with that option to bind is bottom foot, top leg. Make sure those shoulders stay grounded. Look the opposite direction of your legs. Good. One more deep breath. And the exhalation is going to just take those legs to the other side. Woo, you should feel this even deeper because that top leg is pressing on your bottom leg. Look the opposite direction that those legs are. If you need to, put a block under either your knees or under your shoulder, depending on if one isn't touching the ground. And if you want to, you can also gently press on your legs to deepen that stretch. Just breathe here, 5 deep breaths. Good, one more deep breath in. On the exhalation, bring it back to center. Unwind your legs, take your hands behind your knees, and rock yourself up. My couch is in the way. Back into tabletop position. Go back into your cat-cow when you're ready. Loosening up that tension through the spine. Make movements along the way that feel good. Move through the hips, the shoulders. So we're coming to that flat tabletop back. Extend left arm, right leg. Make sure you do the opposite side than you did before. And then when you're ready, circle your wrist and your ankle. Keeping your back flat. Limbs nice and long. And another 3, 2, 1, and reverse it. Other way. 1, and then when you're ready, you can try to catch that foot. Start with your knee just low. Get a nice bind on that foot. Use a ring or a strap if you need to. And when you're ready, bring your leg up and balance. Hold 5 breaths. One more breath here. And the exhalation, keep your leg up and your hand down under your shoulder. Cross that leg over to your opposite side. So your legs are crossed behind you. You can kind of relocate on your mat if you need to. And when you're ready, start pushing your weight back into a cross leg child's pose. If you need to, you can put a block under you. Just breathe into this, 5 deep breaths. Good, one more breath. On the exhalation, start walking your hands up towards your knees so you're in a seated cross-leg position. And then bring those legs out in front of you. You can stay here and just hug those legs opposite side, or you can roll onto your back. Feet flex. And we're just gonna hug in deeply. If you wanted to, you can make little movements, feeling through any resistance. We have 5 more deep breaths. Keep hugging in. Use those arm muscles to really stretch out those legs. Good, one more deep breath. On your exhalation, take both legs over to the right side. Let your arms come out to a T with the palms facing up. Look the opposite direction of your legs. If you're feeling like you want to take a bind, you could go deeper and extend this top leg using your hand or a prop, like a ring or a towel. And then you can also bind that bottom leg Taking your left hand, right foot. Make sure your shoulders stay grounded. Look the opposite direction that your legs are pointing. 5 more deep breaths. And on the next exhalation, release your bind if you have one. Keep your legs crossed and just send them over to the left side, other side. Use that block if you need to for your knees to be on a surface, or you could put it under your shoulder. I want you to feel nice and grounded. Adjust your spine, adjust your shoulders and hips as necessary. Look the opposite direction of your legs, palms facing up. 5 deep breaths here, just breathe. And one more deep breath in. And the exhalation brings the knees back into your center. Uncross your legs, hands behind your knees. Rock yourself up. Cross your legs. We're coming into tabletop position. And then right into down dog. Walk your dog or hold your dog with 5 breaths. Then we're going to start taking some sun salutations and get a little bit more fire, a little bit more heat and energy going. On the next exhalation, bend the knees, gaze forward, shift your weight back, and either step or jump all the way up. Hands onto your legs, inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. And then at your own comfort, round up through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, till you come to that nice, tall spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Deep breath in, open through that heart. Oh, yeah. Exhale, hands under your shoulders, stepping or jumping into that plank line. Deep breath, gaze forward. Exhale, hug the ribs with your elbows as you lower down. Point your toes, hands come low on the rib cage. Lift up into cobra, up dog. Exhale, curl toes, down dog. 5 breaths. Chin into the chest, shoulders open. We're going to take it slow the first few, and then we'll have the option to just go at your own pace for a few rounds. It's a cold day. We want to invite that sun into our lives. And one more deep breath here. Exhale, bend those knees, shift the weight back, step or jump towards your hands. Place your hands onto your legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow. Stay here just a moment, hugging in. Take one more breath while you're here. And when you're ready, slowly rounding up through your spine. Take your time till you come to that tall spine. Inhale, we're reaching the arms all the way up. Open up the heart, lean back, deep breath. Exhale, swan dive down, hands come under your shoulders. Step or jump into that plank line. Hold your plank, gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, lower, hug the ribs with those elbows. Point the toes, hands low on the rib cage, press up. Cobra, up dog. Deep breath. Exhale, curl toes, down dog. Breathe. About 5 deep breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, step just your right foot forward. Lower that left knee down to the ground. Sweep your arms up. Deep breath. Exhale, step left foot forward, palms come together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders, step or jump, plank line, deep breath forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths, and then we're going to step our left foot forward to the other side. On the exhalation, left foot steps forward. That right knee lowers down to the ground. Sweep the arms up, deep breath. Exhale, step right foot forward into mountain pose. Deep breath, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands under your shoulders, step and jump into your plank line. Gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, lower. Hands low on the rib cage, point the toes. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay here 5 breaths. And on the exhalation, step that left foot forward. Right knee is going to lower down as your arms sweep up. Deep breath. Exhale, step right foot forward, mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. Open up through the heart. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders. Plank line, stepping or jumping. Find that plank, gaze forward, deep breath. Exhale, lower down, hug those ribs. Point the toes, hands low in the rib cage. Cobra or up dog. Deep breath. Exhale, curl toes. Down dog, breathe. Keep those shoulders nice and open, back nice and straight. If you need to, you could bend your knees and just focus on working those heels down into the ground with your fingers nice and wide, toes wide, shoulders open, back straight. All of the weight is going toward the back of you. In towards your seat bones, all the way down through the legs. One more deep breath here. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Left knee lowers low, hovering off the ground as your arms reach up. Deep breath. Exhale, step left foot forward into that mountain pose. Stay here, deep breath. And reach those arms all the way up. Open up through the heart, lean back. Exhale, swan dive down, hands under your shoulders, finding your plank line. We're going to move it into side plank. Shift all of your weight just to one side. Whatever side, we're going to do both sides. You can choose to stack your legs. You could have one leg, the lower leg toward the ground. You could float your top leg, and you could choose to bind, taking your top leg and holding onto your foot or your toe. 5 breaths. One more breath. Exhale, lower back into your plank. We're just going to move it other way. Shift your weight the other side. Find your side plank. Remember, if you want that knee to the ground, it could be to the ground. Your legs could be stacked. Or you could take your top leg and hold onto your foot or your toe. 5 more breaths. On the exhalation, release back into your plank. Gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, lower your lower body down. Place your hands low on the rib cage. Squeeze the elbows together. We're going to take 5 breaths into our cobra or up dog. Focus on forearms, shoulders away from your ears. With that option to move your head side to side, stretching out through those abdominal muscles. And if you are moving, you can look all the way behind you, stretching out even through those side oblique muscles. And this is also stretching those internal organs. Good. Remember, drink a lot of water after yoga, preferably room temperature. Good. One more each way, or just 2 more deep breaths. And then tuck that chin into your chest, curl your toes, press into your down dog. 5 breaths here. You can always have that option to walk your dog when you're in your down dog, or just stay in your down dog, focusing on the weight going into the heels. With the shoulders open, back nice and straight, fingers wide. Good, one more deep breath. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump all the way up towards your hands. Hands come onto your legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bow down. Stay here just a moment, hug into your forward fold. Feeling that stretch through your legs, your pointer finger can be right in line with your Achilles heel. About 5 deep breaths here. I want you to start shifting your shoulders one way and then the other way. Like you're trying to look up to the ceiling, to the right and to the left, but your arms are hugging you in. And your shoulders and your head are looking up side to side. Try to breathe when you look up and exhale when you tuck in. So inhale, look up. Exhale when you come toward the center. Good, 2 more each way. And then bring that chin back into your chest, bend the knees slightly. Take your forearms onto your thighs. So you're just resting here a moment, let the blood come back down towards your head. Start squeezing your heels and your knees together. Heels and knees together. Start bringing your palms together. And then elbows out, thumbs to your heart center. Tuck in that tailbone. We're coming into chair. Tuck in that tailbone. Think about your form for just a moment. Shift your heels, shift your weight into your heels. Keep sitting low. 5 breaths here, then we're going to twist into it. Squeeze those knees together. Good. Breathing. Another 3. Sit low. 2. On the next exhalation, we're going to take your right elbow towards your left knee. Stay here and press onto that left leg to open up your chest. Gaze upward. Nice spinal twist right here. Shoulders are activated. Spine is nice and long, neck is long. Good, 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, we're going to come back to center, reset in that chair pose, tuck in that tailbone, lift up through the chest, squeeze the knees together, deep breath in. Exhale, we're going the other way. 5 breaths. Use your arms to press open through the chest, shoulders away from your ears, spine long. Twist even your neck, even your eyeballs. Try to look all the way behind you. Two more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, slowly unwind Take your hands back under your shoulders, back into the forward fold position. Hug it in. Good. And then just start bending one knee and the other knee. Bend one knee and the other knee. Almost like you're walking your dog, but in your forward fold position. One knee, other knee. And the next time that your right knee is bent, keep that right knee bent, start hugging into just your left leg. So right knee bent, left leg straight, hug into it. While you're here, if you want to, you could extend your left arm up, and you could use your right arm to help deepen that stretch. So left arm, left leg are nice and straight. Look up to that left side, breathe. Now, if you're feeling good, you can stay here, or you can take a bind, take that left arm behind you. Right arm is gonna connect to that left hand. So I'm just trying to show you guys. We're binding with your fingers or a strap. Good. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, release your bind. Hands come back down. If you have a block, you might need a block here. Put a block and just walk it out. Or if it feels good, you can hug into those legs. And this is really good for just having all this blood flow go to your head. It's really good for headaches, depression, seasonal sadness, just getting that blood flow to your head. Now that our days are shorter, they're getting longer, but they're still short. So that blood flow to your head is actually really good. And then the next time that your left knee is bent, right leg is straight, start hugging into that right leg. If you need to, you can use your block, put your block near you, and actually just hug into the right side instead of the leg. And if it's available, if you want to, extend the right arm. So it's right arm, right leg straight. Breathe 5 more deep breaths. Stretch even your fingers. 1 more deep breath. And now you have that option to stay here or bind. Keep that right hand behind you. Left leg threads between your legs to catch your right hand. 5 more deep breaths. And 1 more deep breath in. On the exhalation, release your bind. And slowly start walking your hands out into a down dog position. We're going to take a 3-legged dog. We're going to come into a pigeon pose. So first to prepare, take a few side to side, walking your dog. And when you're ready, you put all the way onto your right side. Extend your left leg up. Stay here just a moment, pushing all the way onto your right side. And then when you're ready, bend your left knee, point that left knee up toward the ceiling. Try to stay here, count of 5 breaths. And then we're going to come thread that leg up into a pigeon. One more breath. On the exhalation, you can keep your left leg bent and slowly, at your own comfort, Start bringing it up towards your shoulders, and then that back right leg, slide it back, and then take that right leg over to the left side. And then just at your own comfort, slowly just melting into this pigeon pose. You can put that block under your left hip if you like. You could bring the right leg, or the left leg up as high as you want, or you can bring it in. So whatever's comfortable for you. Take your time. Your own comfort, lower down. Just breathe into it. Use your block if you need to. I like to really just take it slow getting into this pigeon. We're going to be here at least 10 deep breaths, so take your time getting into it, because I want you to take some deep breaths once you finally find your true pigeon. And it's different all the time, depending on how tight you are, how much you've been working out. Start lowering into it, resting into it, surrender. This is a surrendering pose. Surrender to the gravity of the earth, surrender to the feelings of your body. Got 5 more deep breaths. If you wanted to, you could try to get deeper into that pose, moving that right leg even further to the left side, or just stay where you're at. And now staying low, try to walk your hands over to the right side slightly. If you needed to, you could prop up on the forearms or on your block. 5 breaths on this side. And now start walking it all the way to the other side. Again, if you wanted to perch up on a block or your forearms, it's just going to take the stretch a little bit different over to the left. One more breath. On the exhalation, take your hands under your shoulders, press all the way back into first tabletop. You can take a few little movements if you want. And when you're ready, curl your toes into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog when you're ready, just feel the difference. All this heater is on, messing with my throat and the allergies. Yeah, just walk your dog. Feel how your right and your left might feel different. Open up through the shoulders. And when you're ready, all the way it comes onto your left side. We're going other side, whatever side you did before. Start with just stretching out the right leg, put all the way onto your left side. Open up through the shoulders, straighten the spine. When you're ready, bend that right knee, point it toward the ceiling, try to look up. 5 breaths, then we're going to come into that pigeon other side. One more deep breath here. And the exhalation is gonna thread this leg up. Set it all the way in front, and then little movements with that left leg back to deepen into your pigeon pose. And then when you come as far as you want down to the hips, put a block if you want, or a pillow or something. And then try to take that left leg over to your right side. We really want to take our time getting our hips set before we lower our upper body down. When you feel ready, if you feel ready, you can start lowering onto the forearms. Take a few breaths here. Release any tension. And then at your own comfort, you get even lower. Keep breathing, deep breaths. Okay, you can stay here or keep walking that left leg over to the right side just a little bit more to deepen that stretch. Think a little bit lower, 5 more deep breaths. Now, if you want, if it's available, start walking over to the left side. You could perch onto the forearms, a block, or you could lower down. And then at your own comfort, walk it over to the right, either perching on the forearms, a block, or lowering down. 5 more breaths. And on your next exhalation, take your hands under your shoulders, press back into your tabletop position, untangling your legs. When you're ready, take your last down dog of the day, or at least of the class. And then feel, you can walk it out or just stretch it out. Just feel the difference between the beginning of the class and now. You should feel nice and loose, nice and open. Just breathe through it. Feeling nice and long and strong, nice and open. And on the next exhalation, we're gonna lower the knees back down to the ground. We're gonna lower our body, the front of our body onto the ground. Let your arms come to the side, lower your head either to one side, or you can place your forehead onto the mat. And just for a moment, I want you to feel into your navel area. Feel the navel connecting into the earth. Everybody has a belly button. It's connectedness. Feel that connectedness into the earth. Just sink the energy into the earth. Do about 3 more deep breaths here. So we're nourishing the earth with our energy right now. Normally the earth nourishes us with its energy. You're going to send your energy into the earth. Loving, nourishing energy. And on your next exhalation, place your hands under your shoulders and just flip yourself around. Coming into that Savasana position. Lengthen your spine, make any little movement so you can feel grounded through the hips and the shoulders. With your feet open, palms open. And now let the earth nourish you. Feel the energy of the earth. Feel the gravity. Choose thoughts that feel good. Choose feelings that feel good. Begin making small movements. Wiggling your fingers, your toes, moving your head side to side. Bring your arms up over your head and stretch like you're waking up in the morning. Deep stretch as you engage through the muscles. And on your exhalation, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Gently rock side to side. And find your right side. And just stay in your right side for a moment in your seed pose, where we all began. And use your left hand to press you up into seated position. So you're in a nice, comfortable seated position with your legs crossed or out in front of you, whatever's comfortable for you. Take those hands onto your legs and just gently move your head side to side. Lengthen through the spine, work out any kinks. And then using your hands, press your hands onto your legs and look behind you one direction. Take a few breaths here, focusing on the exhalation to deepen your twist. On your next exhalation, unwind it back to center and look behind you other way. Keep focusing on the exhalation, 2 more. And on the next exhalation, unwind back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up when you're ready. Palms touch, exhale into your heart. One more time, up and around. Inhale, reach those arms up. Palms touch, exhale, bring it into your heart center. Thumbs to heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you guys.